How you doing? Scotty Bear back with another video. This video about the EIDL targeted grant. That's right, I received one of the invitations to apply for the targeted EIDL. I'm guessing that I got this invitation because of me being from the Las Vegas area. A few interesting things happened that I feel had a huge effect on this situation here. One is, having to move around to Schedule C's, my taxes. Many complications. I mean, really, from my standpoint, I mean, surviving this pandemic or whatever, it's been a chess game. It's been a chess game trying to make the correct move that I feel give me the best chance to hold on here. And, some of it's hurt me, some of it's helped me. It's hard to know what the difference may have been. But the SBA is definitely responsible for me, being able to hold on here during this pandemic. So, like I said, I was, invited to apply for this grant. I did go through the interview. The loan officer, wherever you want to call him, the agent, did call me. They did pull a transcript for my taxes. That's one of the things that really hurt during the situation was the taxes. I mean, honestly, because here I was right in the middle of the pandemic and dealing with different loans and stuff that I had going on with my business, and then paying those loans, and then the SBA and everything. I had fairly decent credit and everything, so I was able to get a SBA small business loan. The other thing that was affected things was moving around. Unfortunately, I feel like I make the same choice, if I had to do it all over again. I just, I really didn't have a lot of faith in Las Vegas. I didn't want to sign another lease. And the other thing is, I really didn't feel like Las Vegas was worth very much at that point. I mean, so here I was faced with trying to sign a lease when the requirements for renting an apartment were very high, and trying to get in, and of course they wanted to make sure you had a job and all this stuff. Again, semi-reasonable, but under the circumstances, it wasn't very favorable. If you're an entrepreneur dealing with this stuff and trying to navigate this. So I felt like my best move was to move on from Las Vegas. And as it turns out, I still stand by that, because Las Vegas is not very good and wasn't very governed very well, because I feel like a lot of people had to move on. The DMV, and that was kind of the other thing that really hurt me too, was DMV and changing my license, and are you in Vegas, and really the main reason why I still have a foothold in Vegas is because of the deeder applying for the PUA, and these overpayments, and fighting this stuff, and still having to hold on these addresses to receive mail and try to deal with this stuff. Even I'm dealing with deeder a year later here. It's very difficult, very, very difficult. So it didn't allow me to have very clean paperwork. So there's that. The other thing, taxes. Now, I had an accountant do my taxes. Being an online entrepreneur, I get money from PayPal, Square, all these different, YouTube. I mean, just everything, right? So, so my taxes were probably maybe cleaner than most. Like I said, I used an accountant, and I had a Schedule C, but it's certainly there is a feeling out there where stimulus ain't what it used to be, right? The requirements are much different. You know, actually even making this video, you know, I kind of made it right after I talked to the lady on a Sunday afternoon. So, you know, they're working these cases. You know, and I applied for this grant probably, you know, 3 months ago-ish, in that range. So, you know, it's really difficult to know exactly, you know, what's changed, because so many things are changed. But the stimulus game is definitely changing. Those are really the factors. Again, you know, backing up a little bit, I still stand by my my decision to move. I don't feel like Las Vegas in the long run is going to be a great place. I think that the rental market is very falsely inflated, mostly because it's jammed up with lots of problems, and you know, and I think that's what was you know, kind of driving the cost up. You know, just even the temporary stays. I mean, you know, I stayed at one of the cheaper ones because many of the other ones were like $450, $550 a week. I mean, it was just absurd. So there was really no chance I was going to pay any of that, and especially with the, you know, the crowd that you know, are at many of these weekly places, it was not that desirable. So I still feel like it was a good idea to move. However, you know, it may you know, stop me from really taking advantage of some of the programs out there that I, you know, probably would have been approved for if, you know, again, I, you know, had just slightly cleaner paperwork, like out-of-state license, you know, and then actually moving again from New Mexico. New Mexico having similar issues as Las Vegas, where actually, you know, they talk about California lockdown, they talk about New York lockdown. New Mexico absolutely had the toughest lockdowns there was. So, you know, there's that. So, you know, I felt like I even was you know, I even felt like that was a good move too, was to kind of move on from that. Again, I don't know if I got approved or not. You know, it's tough. It's tough out there. I think there, you know, there should be more looked at the people that are, you know, doing what they can to survive and to hold up their business. There's lots of interesting stories out there of people that are dealing with the pandemic and, you know, looking at creative solutions, trying to hold on. And this is one of those stories. And I just don't know what will happen. Again, certainly doesn't seem clean, but I've managed to skate through the pandemic, paying all my bills, paying my taxes. Actually, it took me a little while to pay the remaining amount of my taxes, which, you know, the SBA, like I said, I mean, I didn't get a lot of money from the SBA, but I did get some money, paid my taxes, was able to move, was able to do what I needed to do, which you know, turned out to be very helpful. But you know, it was a chess game. It was definitely a chess game, and you know, I really liked the decision making I made, and you know, I feel like that is the reason why I have managed to last this long. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you also are seeking the EIDL, grant, the invitation only, I guess, good luck to you. And have a wonderful Sunday afternoon.